show them, Sierra. That's easy.
Okay, everybody, this is Ben. We're talking about the convention, all the new products that have been released. It's September 20th. And yeah, for those of you who went to convention, I'll let you go ahead and share what you learned.
Okay, welcome everybody again. Thank you, Ben. I wish everybody could have gone. It looks like there's a few people here that were not able to make it, but if you ever get a chance, you got to go. The energy was so amazing, and just being with this community was like the icing on the cake. It was just it was an amazing, magical experience. The products, oh my goodness. I think of all the convention kits I've had over the past, this by far is the one that's going to change my life for the better in so many ways. And I know, Sierra, are you back yet?
Oh, you're set off. Oh, there you go.
I am.
She's grabbing all the products. She's got all of her stuff in the travel bags. Yeah.
Oh, Sierra,
Okay.
I can show them if that's easier, since I displayed them already, if that's easier for you.
I've got them right behind me too on my bed. So I guess let's go ahead and just start talking about each one of the products. I think I just want to start with the Metapower, the whole system, because this is a revolutionary product that they've come out with. And I'll keep it kind of simple. There's so much science that was presented at convention that, I mean, even my husband, who he's on board with this and stuff, but man, he was wowed because of the science that was there. So let me tell you just a little bit about Metapower. So it's pretty much a three-step system, and it works in parallel to, or how would I say that? It works best with the lifelong vitality. So we've got lifelong vitality as our foundation. And then when we add this Metapower, which is for our metabolic health, it's like I don't know, a superpower. And I know Sierra's already had some positive experiences, and I've had some positive experiences now too that I can talk about. So it's a three-step system. The first part of the system is going to be using all of the Metapower oils. So it is basically Slim and Sassy that has been, it's been adjusted to a point where, and the science on this is what's amazing. They showed how Slim and Sassy works, which was great. It did a great job. But then they tweaked it a little bit. It's all the same oils that are in Slim and Sassy, but they added a little bit more of this or a little less of that, and eventually came up with this perfect combination of oils. And we can use it in 4 different ways, or 3 different ways, really. We've got the beadlets, we've got the oil itself, and we've got the gel caps. And then there's also a gum that has the Metapower oil in it to help. What it does is helps to curb our appetite. But even more than that, what it does is it slows the maturation of the fat cells, and which is, thank you, wow, that is so wow. You know, so it's going to help us to lose weight, and then among other things. So step 2 is the Metapower Assist. So this is a supplement that has herbs in it and the Metapower blend of oils. And you would take it once a day. It's recommended that you take it with your highest carb meal. So, and what this is going to do is it's going to prevent the glucose spikes, the sugar, you know how after we eat a high carb meal, our glucose kind of shoots up and then we crash, and then it's going to prevent the spikes. And so instead of that huge roller coaster, it's going to be more like a wave. And the reason why this is such an amazing thing is every time our sugars spike and then they fall, it's very hard on our body and it wears our body out faster. So when we can get a more even kind of wave in that spike, then it literally slows down the aging process. So it's just a super neat thing. And there's a lot more to that too, but that will come. We'll have to do a whole lesson on the Metapower and what it does. And the third step is the Metapower Advantage, which is the little sachets of powder that you add to water. And this is so what I understand from what I learned. I wish I had notes here to go from, but I don't. I have a little picture of just the product. So collagen is the most abundant protein in our body that our body produces. But the problem is, as we age, we produce less and less. And so what this is going to do is going to assist our body with the collagen that's in it. And there's like 9 different collagen forms in there. And it's just, it's made to specifically target different areas. Most collagens out there on the market only have 2 different types of collagen in them. So this one has 9, and it's so powerful.
Can I add that?
Yes.
So I'm just kind of gonna share like what's on the back of the box. It says your your metabolism influences your energy, your weight, your body composition, and even your cognitive performance. As you age, so too does your metabolic function. So maintaining the energy, the weight, the body composition of a more youthful, it gives you a more youthful feeling. You look more youthful, you feel more youthful, you have more energy. And the Metapower Advantage that she's talking about, the little sachets that we take, they said to use daily to fortify your metabolic health.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so just a little kind of what I've experienced, a little bit about what I've experienced so far. So I didn't really start the day that it came out. I kind of like sampled it. But then I think it was Saturday, I started putting the oil in my water more and started to take the beadlets and the little gel caps. And I noticed you never know with just a day or two if it's really doing something to you. You need a little bit more time to kind of figure that out. So I did notice that I have more mental clarity and I had a lot more energy. Surprisingly, we did a hike, and I was surprised that I had the energy, especially at the altitude that we were at. I was kind of like struggling a little bit, but I was able to do that. And then today, my head feels so clear. And some people said that they felt that pretty instantly, but for me, it's like just today, it's like I felt like I had gotten clearer with lifelong vitality, but this just takes it up another level. Mm-hmm. So I'm feeling really clear-headed. I feel we didn't get in till midnight last night. I didn't get to bed until after 2 because we were unpacking and everything. And then we still well, I got up at about 7:50. Well, I woke up at 7:50. I kind of laid in bed until 8:30, but I've had so much energy today. It's been amazing because I thought for sure I would have jet lag or be tired or something, but I haven't been. So anyway, and Sarah, I know you had an experience.
Yes, I did. Okay, so when I went out to convention, I felt very, I don't know if I had just wasn't if I do a lot of heavy or greasy foods or whatnot, my body will react bloated than others, you know, like eat a lot of pizza or something. I hadn't really eaten anything odd or heavy or whatever, but I was seriously bloated to the point that my stomach was not soft either. It was like hard. And I was planning on wearing a pair of jeans on the plane to go out, but I tried them on and they were just too tight, like around my stomach. I was like, oh, this will be so uncomfortable, you know, flying all day. So I chose to wear something different, but I still needed my jeans with me because I'm now out here in Albuquerque where we're going to be, you know, working with hot air balloons and I need blue jeans. So I started taking it the very first minute they gave it to us. As soon as I could get it, I was taking it. And they also said with the Metapower Advantage that you mix into your bottles of water, that if you wanted to super use, that you could use 2 a day. So I did. So I decided, okay, I'm going to do this in the morning, this in the evening. I'm going to take, you know, what I'm supposed to take before my meal in the middle, and I'm going to do 2 of the Advantage water bottles. So the first day, I just noticed that I was going to the bathroom quite often and just getting rid of liquid. And I think I was literally, the other thing I could share with you, when I took off my socks, after arriving in Utah, my legs were indented where my socks were. So I was actually retaining quite a bit of water for some reason. I have no idea what I had done or eaten too much salt or whatever. I have no idea. But all of that disappeared after day 1. So I was getting rid of a lot of that excess water, I guess. And then day 2 was kind of flushing out the gut. And I
sit in the box.
I was being cleansed out. We'll just leave it at that. And I noticed on day 3, we were going somewhere and I just grabbed my jeans. I was going to put jeans on really quick. And I was like, oh my gosh, look at this. Now it had only been the 3rd day and I could already put my thumb in my jeans and have a good between like 3/4 of an inch to an inch of extra space that I didn't have before. So I was like, this has only been 3 days. That's kind of phenomenal. The other thing that I wanted to point out was my energy level. I wasn't getting good sleep for a couple different reasons. Melinda and I shared a bedroom together, and Melinda snores and I wake up easy, but it wasn't just her fault. I would also wake up and have like complete downloads of inspiration where I would start, you know, writing things down and whatnot. So there were nights where I didn't have a full good night's sleep. And I was worried that the next day I was going to be really tired or exhausted and I wouldn't be focused or be able to pay attention as much as I wanted to the convention. And I was completely 100% fine, totally focused and had tons of energy. So the energy level was definitely affected, I think. And I'm really, really eager to see the other side effects, of using this. I thought it was really interesting when it was first introduced to us, the whole system. They told you all the different ways that it was affecting your body and your metabolic health and how that would show. And then the kind of side effect that went along with that was the weight loss. And I was like, I love that they're just like, oh, and there's this side effect, but it's a really positive one. So I'm really looking forward to seeing just a whole new change in like all of our lives, our energy level, our health. Some of the pictures that they showed of before and after, they had control groups. So they had employees that they used the product for 30 days. And then they had another control group that used it for 60 days. And they had before and after pictures and measurements and everything else. And it was mind-blowing to me to see a product affect someone's body in such a way that you could literally see dark circles and puffiness under their eyes and wrinkles around their eyes lessen immensely in just 30 days, as well as the weight difference. And to me, I'm 51 and I am not growing old gracefully. I'm fighting it every step of the way. I don't want to grow old. I want to be young forever. And I hate wrinkles on my face. So I have tried every product I can get my hands on to make my skin look smoother, younger, less spots, less wrinkles, et cetera, and nothing is working like what I saw in the before and after pictures of people using this product. Nothing has worked on my face like that. So I am super excited to see my before and after pictures a month from now and 2 months from now. So.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that, Sarah. That's awesome. I actually did measurements today and all that stuff. So we're hoping for great changes here too. So that are the side effect changes. That's right. Okay. So the next one, did anybody else have anything to say about it?
Yes.
Yeah, can I share something?
I'm
Kayla.
sorry.
Kayla,
Go ahead, Sandra. What's your question? And then I'll share.
No, you go ahead.
Okay.
don't forget your
So
question.
What?
I said, don't forget your question.
Oh yeah, don't forget your question. Okay, so I work at a high school in the choir department. We have about 400 students in the choirs at the high school, so it's really busy and requires a ton of energy, which I haven't had a lot of. I've also been in physical therapy for some neck misalignment and jaw stuff, and so I was worried that being away from the physical therapist for a week to go to convention was going to set me back a bit on my progress with that. And so I started taking the Metapower on Friday after we got it in our kits. And just when I went back to work yesterday after traveling home, well, first of all, traveling home on Saturday, I drove all the way home and wasn't super tired, had plenty of energy. When I got home, kind of did a little more planning when I got home, just how to, what I'm going to do next in my business. And Sunday, got up, had church and state conference, and it was a busy day. Again, didn't need a nap in the afternoon. And Monday I went to work and did great all day, came home and just was busy all night in my house. And we had a choir practice that night. We're in a community choir that meets on Mondays for 2 hours. And I stood the whole time. I didn't have to sit down, which the week before I had to sit down like half the time because I was too tired. And then I came home and I was up till 10:30, just furiously writing in my journal and planning in my calendar. And then today, same thing, tons of energy. And then I had physical therapy today, and I went in and he goes, your posture looks better. You're carrying yourself better. And and some of the nerve issues that I'm having down my neck and into my arms was markedly better. I mean, he did this little test on me that I could hardly raise my arm last time. And this time it went way up and I was like, wow, that was different. And he was like, yeah, that was really good. So just things like that, I'm already noticing as well. So it's been really, really fun to just have a product that we can trust, and I'm excited. And I took my measurements the other day and wrote them down. So I'm going to share those on the Metababes thing here soon. And I haven't taken pictures yet though. We'll do that.
Yeah, I'm kind of like holding off on that one. Anyway, that's so great. That is so great. I love hearing that. It's the energy that is what's so amazing. Oh my
But
goodness.
it's not like stimulation energy. It's not
No.
like, it's just, you know,
It's
you
just
can
like
just
that
do more.
alert energy that I had when I was like 40 years younger.
Right, right.
Yeah, so that's so great. Sandra, what was your question?
Wow, that sounds also amazing. The product itself, do you have to always use it as a kit? Do you have to always
No.
have to use all the products, or people can actually pick and choose what they want to use?
Yes, you can pick and choose. And the cool thing about this is that if you could buy either the Metapower Advantage, which is the collagen sachets, or you can buy Lifelong Vitality. They have been added as the reduced price items in your LRP account each month. So, so if you buy Lifelong Vitality, you could throw in a
Oh, fantastic.
Metapower Advantage for a discounted price. And
Oh,
it saves
that's
you
so
like
good.
about $25 actually, I think it is.
And
And you
when
can also buy the soft gels and the beadlets. They come as a set in the loyalty rewards account.
Oh, that's good. So it's already there.
Yeah, it's in the American account. It's already set up. You can't purchase it yet, but that's how it's going to be.
Okay. Is it from next month on?
Yeah, it's in the catalog. Yeah, October 1st is when it goes active. Let me see if I can find that page real quick. Because I was so excited when I saw that, because that will make it more affordable,
For
obviously.
everyone. And then when you were talking about it reduces the dark eyes.
So see, if you buy any of the Lifelong Vitality kits, you can also buy the Advantage, Metapower Advantage, and then down here they've added as a extra, add-on, the two different.
Ah, fantastic.
Metapower.
Let's hope they're going to get that to Australia as well soon.
Mhm.
That would be wonderful. Otherwise, we are lucky we can get it from America. But
Yeah.
when you were talking about reducing wrinkles and the dark eyes, is that so? Do you apply it topically as well, or is it just internally?
No, it's all internal.
Internally.
Yeah, all internal. Yeah, which makes it easier.
Well, they did
So-
talk about dry brushing and how they would
Oh.
put a little bit of the oil on the dry brush, and
Mhm.
also they combined the oil with lotion.
Mhm.
My question is, since it's citrus oil, mostly all citrus oils, can you go out in the sun? Like if you put it on your face or you put it on your arms, can you go out in the sun? You have to keep it covered
Is
up.
there a warning on your bottle? I don't have that bottle in here, I don't think. Wait, do I? Yeah, I do. Never mind.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Cheryl, but if you put citrus oils on the night before, like when you're going to bed, if you used a couple drops in your lotion and whatnot, and you were to go out in the sun the very next day, you would not have to worry about it. Because by that
12
Depends on
hours.
what type.
Well,
Yeah.
Depends what citrus oil. Like some are stronger than others.
Yeah.
If you use a bergamot, it's stronger than a lemon. It's that Modern Essential gives you all the hours, like some are 12 hours, 24 hours, and 36 hours.
And this is grapefruit and lemon, so.
It does say on the bottle, avoid sunlight and UV rays for at least 12 hours
Okay.
after product.
There's the answer there.
Mhm.
So, yeah. All right. Anybody, any more questions about Metapower? Or
I gotta
any-
jump off, ladies, go to my activities.
Okay,
See you
thank you for
later.
coming on. Bye.
Question,
Bye.
Cheryl. Like, are the soft gels meant to be taken 3 times a day? Because there are 90 in the bottle.
Yeah, you can take the soft gels as often as you want. They'll metabolize, about 4 hours. Those are what you would want to take just to, well, besides the side effect of your fat cells, not maturing as fast. They, you know, they have that detoxing power and everything in that too. So I've been taking them with my meals. So, but you can take them in between when you get cravings. I've been using the beadlets for when I feel like I'm craving something. I'm not really hungry, but I'm just going to crave. To be honest, I really haven't been craving anything. It's like, we got these cookies from Trader Joe's that are so yummy. And I'm like, I don't even want to eat them. And it's like really, I don't know. It's kind of funny, but at the same time, it's like, wow, that really works. I don't have the desire for the sugar like I used to. So
All
right.
The other big change for me was also cravings. I crave the sweetness that I want all the time. Just, you know, wanting like chocolate or something with sugar, something sweetness. And the other thing I really noticed is, and I noticed this in the second day, I'm hypoglycemic, so my blood sugar can drop really low. So I'm one of those people that experiences an even more abnormal spike or drop in my sugar levels, which, like she said, is very hard on your body over a long period of time. So I'm really looking forward to making that more of a regulated sugar level throughout the day. What I did notice is when I get hungry, there was one time the convention actually ran a little bit long one day, and I was getting really hungry. So I mixed up one of the Advantage powders in my water and I drank that, and it sustained me for another hour. I was still hungry, mind you, but normally when I reach that point of, oh, I'm hungry and I feel it, I immediately get lightheaded. Then I start feeling nauseated in my stomach. And then I get to the point where I'm going to be sick or pass out. And if I ignored it and just let it go, which I never do. But I didn't have any of those symptoms at all, none of them. I still felt hungry. And at the end of that next hour, I felt like, okay, now I really need to eat. But I did not feel nauseated or lightheaded. I was so surprised. I could tell that I was hungry. And I don't know about you, Cheryl, or anybody else who already started it, but I'm also like, when I'm eating, I get full faster.
Full faster. Yeah.
It's so weird. I'm like, how does it do that? Like, I'm like eating, especially when I was really hungry that day. And I was like, I'm already full. Like, why am I already?
Well,
So,
I think what it does is, you know, I think over time we've lost like that ability to actually feel satiated. Like, so we just keep eating just because it tastes so good. But now that we're becoming more sensitive to that, what our body needs,
right.
then, you know, it's like, it goes ding, 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 you're full, you know, you don't need to eat anymore. And it's really, today I made a plate and I was eating and I got to a point where I couldn't eat about probably a third of it. I'm just like, I'm not even going to push myself, even though it tastes pretty good. Let's throw it out. So, but yeah, that's so good. That's another side effect, right?
Definitely a good one.
Yeah, they're all good side effects. So can we move on to the next one? Okay.
Maybe one more question. What's the expectation, or what's the recommendation for how long would you use it? Like, what do you say to people? Is it like lifelong? You always use it, or you take it in like a few months and stop it, or you just, can you take it for a long time?
Yeah, lifelong. Because what it is it slows the aging process down when you use the whole set. And so, you know, at my age, I'm wanting to slow it down. So I'm not going to stop taking it because I want to continue to live a quality of life, you know, for as long as I live, you know, and I really feel that this product is going to do that. From everything that was presented at convention, from the way I'm feeling just right now after just being on it, you know, off, not even steady yet. I feel a difference already. It's incredible, really. So they say, yeah, just like lifelong vitality, we need that, the foundation of those nutrients and the power in lifelong vitality. And this just goes right along with it. And I'm taking 2 sachets a day too, because I'm in that category of older and I have some things that need to be reversed. So, but yeah, it's incredible. So
Can I add to that?
Mhm.
So when one of the scientists was talking and sharing all the scientific facts and everything that kind of go like this, luckily they use graphics, and I am a visual learner. So I understood it completely. I understood exactly what he was saying, even though he was using some fancy words. So if you can imagine our life curve, like from the moment that we're born until the moment that we're gone, the quality of our life drops off significantly toward the end of our life.
Mhm.
And what this does for your body is makes your longevity of youth so much greater, so that not only is it extending the entire span of your life, but it's also going to extend the quality during your span of life.
Mhm.
So that you won't have many, many years of this horrendous drop off in health and wellness and needing the type of care that we see like in my parents right now. So so when I saw that, like it clicked, everything clicked, and I was really, really excited about that. So when we put together like another Tuesday, we do a class, like we could include slides and everything and share those with you guys, so you too can have it like click and just kind of absorb all the information. It was really wonderful, but I'm going to tell you that I highly recommend going to convention over trying to get caught up afterwards is so beneficial. I don't think I'll ever miss another convention unless I absolutely have to for some reason, you know. I mean, like I'm just going to encourage you guys to go to convention next year. So
Yeah. Thank you, Sierra. Okay, so the next product we're going to talk about is Supermint. This is so amazing. So this is a blend of 4 different types of mint, and the story behind the bottle is something that is just, it really touched my heart, because all the mints are harvested and grown in India. And let me just pull up here a couple of the things that they talked about in convention. So the mint that is being harvested in India, it provides jobs for 16,000 small scale farmers, 23,000 jobs. Anyway, 23,000 jobs that it impacted 100,000 people's lives in India. And that is just, to me, amazing. When you think about the size of India, it doesn't seem like a whole lot, really, but it is. It's amazing. Because I think there's like 1.3 billion people that live in India. So some of the benefits of the super mint are obviously digestive, because mint is excellent for all things digestive. And the cool thing is they've given it to us in 3 different ways. So we have a roller ball, a super mint roller ball, a super mint oil blend, and then we also have beadlets. So that's super, super cool to have those available. Of course, because they're mint, they have that cooling a property. So just a quick experience that we had when we were hiking. So of course, I'm a sea dweller, and
me too.
Yeah, so I'm a sea dweller. So when I get up in the mountains at that high altitude, I'm already struggling with, that as far as my breathing goes. And I packed my little backpack really light. So basically just water and maybe some hand wipes and, you know, hand sanitizer or some lip stuff or something. The only oil I threw in there was the roller ball of the super mint. And I don't know what prompted me to do that, you know, because I have Breathe and I have all those other oils that help me, but I just grabbed this one. And so as we're hiking up the mountain, it's a really rocky, high, you know, it's a pretty steep, you know, slope in some areas. I was starting to feel like I was struggling to catch my breath, and
All sucking wind.
oh
I
yeah,
was talking so much that I was like,
yeah. So there were times when I just wanted to stop, but I didn't want to slow everybody down because, you know, anyway. So I pulled that out and I started rubbing it on my chest, on my back, and under my nose, and they saw that I was using it, so they're all like asking for it. So everybody started putting on the super mint, and I don't know how long it was before we all realized that we were breathing well. Like it wasn't killing us anymore, you know. And I just thought that was amazing. And this is a diluted version of the super mint right here. So, and it helped. It really did help us with our breathing. Anyway, so super mint, let's see. What do they have in here? So it says it soothes and comforts when incorporated with a massage. It creates an atmosphere that may support mental clarity and enhance stamina. Wow, enhanced stamina. That's what was happening to us. Provides a cooling sensation, which may contribute to feelings of opening the airways.
there we go.
Yeah. And so the beadlets, it eases occasional stomach upset and may contribute to feelings of open airways as well. So I love that they've given us 3 different ways to use the super mint. It's super powerful. And then it blesses the lives of so many people on both ends of the bottle, which is
It's going to be one of my
bonus.
time favorite oils.
Yeah, it's so good. Any questions about that one? No. Okay, so the next one is eucalyptus. So this they have reformulated eucalyptus.
I'm really excited about this one because I am not a eucalyptus fan or a eucalyptus user. And when I opened this, I expected to have kind of a negative reaction. And I didn't. It didn't burn my nose. I didn't sneeze. Like I can't be around a eucalyptus plant without sneezing. So I just kind of stayed away from eucalyptus oils. But when I opened this and I smelt it, it actually was really pleasant. And I was super surprised that the blend is just so nice. So I'm excited.
Yeah, so this one combines 5 different species of eucalyptus from Rwanda, South Africa, and Australia. So doTERRA wanted to have a superior eucalyptus, and by blending these all together, they were able to get this, which so it has such powerful cleansing properties because of it between all of those different varieties. It consists of 1.8 phenol. I guess that's the cleansing property in the oils. So eucalyptus creates a calm atmosphere during stressful circumstances, as well as it helps to support us in breathing as well. Yeah, so that's pretty awesome too. Let's see. So this new blend, because it has more, I guess, the combination of the oils, they're saying that it's similar to what copaiba and frankincense can do. So I thought that was interesting too. let's see. Okay. Any questions about eucalyptus? I pulled up my notes here from conference. All right, so we'll move on to, let's see, what was next?
The Holywood.
Guaca wood, yeah, guaca wood. So this one is also known as Holywood. So it's distilled from hardwood of Bolnesia saminital tree. So this is actually, it grows in Paraguay, and this is in a kind of it's a protective species. But doTERRA has learned how to ethically source this. It's been used as a base in perfumes, so it kind of has, I would say, a woodsy ylang ylang kind of. It's a woodsy sweet kind of smell.
It definitely smells a little smoky.
Yeah, smoky woodsy. It's a really good base for if you're mixing perfumes. But let's see. What are the benefits? So this is a good one for soothing minor skin irritations. It provides grounding, calming, and tranquil aroma feelings. And it promotes an atmosphere that's helpful during meditation. So this is a really lovely oil. So 2 trees per acre are all that they harvest every 20 years. So, yeah.
And isn't this the tree as well that they left the stump?
Mm-hmm.
So what they do is when they cut the tree, they leave the stump pretty tall so that the tree can start regrowing out of its own deep roots that are already set in place. So it's going to regrow much faster as well.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And the cool thing is when the tree is cut, it turns, it's got these crystals that come to the surface and it's blue. It turns blue when it's cut. So a very interesting tree. And it's really hard to get to too. So that's the other thing, because it's kind of in a swampy kind of a forest. And it's very dense. The forest is really dense and hard to get to. So, okay. Let's see the next one. Spanish sage. So Spanish sage, it promotes a positive atmosphere that may be conducive to better focus and concentration. And I know when I smelled it for this first time, it just really was enlightening. Like, I don't know. It wasn't what I expected. When I hear sage, I think more herby, but it was almost kind of a mentholy feel to me.
And I think it's a much, I don't want to use the word stronger. It's a much deeper scent of sage, if that makes sense. It's just more a richer, that's a better way of saying it, a richer scent of sage than the others.
Yeah, and this one is a small evergreen green shrub that's grown in Spain and France. It's free of harmful constituents that are present in other sage species. So this one is super safe. It's considered safe. Okay, so it supports a calm mind and a sense of alertness when taken internally. So this is one that can be taken internally. All right, eucalyptus. Let's see, what's next? What am I forgetting here? Okay, so we covered most of the oils. They did reformulate Hope, the oil that is for the supporting the, it's not called Healing Hands anymore either. What is it called?
Oh, I thought it was still called Healing Hands. Sorry. Hold on. I'm pretty sure it is.
I'm not sure, but anyway, they reformulated Hope. And okay, so I'm going to talk about Jasmine for just a minute. So Jasmine is one, it's not in the kit, but we were able to purchase it, and it will be available October 1st for everybody else to purchase. This Jasmine is the first time that Jasmine has been able to be distilled pure. So normally plants like rose and jasmine and vanilla have all been absolutes. That's the only way that people could affordably be able to get those. But doTERRA has figured out a way, and with their growers and too, in the process that they use to be able to bring us absolutely pure distilled jasmine. And it is the most incredible smell. Last night I actually put the rollerball jasmine, which is made from an absolute method and diluted, which smells amazing. But I put the other, the pure on my hand, and I went to my husband and I said, which one smells the best? And he immediately went to the pure. It literally smells like you've just walked up to a jasmine tree and just sniffed on those amazing flowers. It smells so good. Oh my goodness. I hope you guys get to smell it. It's $150, and it's only a 2.5 ml bottle, but it is the most incredible smell. And the benefits, I don't think that I have the benefits on that sheet right there. So I would have to look that up to share that with you. We also got, and I feel bad for you guys, but gardenia was the oil that they gave us at convention for being there in person. And I'm pretty sure it was me that manifested that at convention because when Australia got that one, and I think it was Diana that had let me smell hers. I was like, oh, I gotta have that. I gotta have that. And I wanted it so bad, but I didn't order it from Australia like she did. So anyway, that was the free oil that they gave us there at convention. So it's amazing. And it looks like that's going to be available to purchase in America. So beautiful. That's exciting. Okay, so another On Guard product was introduced, and this is the On Guard hand sanitizing gel. So this is a gel. It's pretty nice. I really like it. So it doesn't dry your hands out as much as like the spritzer that we have. Let's see.
Cheryl, I can talk about the shampoo and conditioner.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So they also gave us this in our kit. I'll try to pick it up if I can. Here, I'll just show it to you like this. So that's the shampoo. And then obviously there's another one for the conditioner, and I'll open them up for you. So they are shampoo and conditioner bars. So I wish that they had these before convention. This is the shampoo. That's the bar. It's all wrapped up. And if you're like me and you've never used a bar shampoo, it's a different experience. So you just lather it up in your hands, or you can do what I did the first time, because I've never used it before and I didn't know what I was doing. And I literally just like rubbed it on my wet hair and then lathered it into my hair. These are going to be amazing for travel, because you don't have to worry about liquids when you're traveling anymore. And I know like right now, I didn't have enough shampoo with me. I only had my little miniature bottles that we can travel with. I didn't have enough with me. So when I left convention and came straight to Albuquerque, New Mexico, instead of going home to Florida, I had already placed an order to be delivered in Albuquerque for more shampoo. because I knew I wouldn't have enough to last me. And I wish I had known that these were going to be in the kit, because I would not have ordered that extra shampoo. But this is the conditioner bar. So it's square. The shampoo one is round and this one is square. This is the conditioner, and it's a bit softer. It feels like you can slightly press into it. It feels like a soft sponge, I guess. And the smell, I don't really know how would you describe the smell is just clean, and I would say more natural, like earthy smell than our other shampoos that have more like mint or citrus flavors to them. This has a more earthy, natural smell to it.
So the
reminds me of a
shampoo
boat.
is rosemary mint. Yeah, they're both rosemary mint is the scent.
There we go.
To me, it smells like a boat.
Yeah, it does smell a little bit like a boat to me, even though it's rosemary. Oh, and I will say this about the shampoo. So I didn't tell you what I thought about it. So I didn't have good expectations. I'll just say that, because it's a bar, and how good of shampoo is a bar going to be? And so I usually shower at night. So I wash my hair at night and then let it dry naturally in the nighttime. So I washed and conditioned it like normal, wrung it out and stuff. And when I brushed through my hair, just to make sure there was no tangles or anything, I was surprised that the conditioner did a well enough job that it was really easy to brush through my hair. And then when I woke up the next morning, of course, my hair wasn't straight because I hadn't straightened it. You know, it had its normal wave, but my hair was super, super soft. And I did not expect that. I guess I expected it to be more coarse feeling, or I don't know, but my hair was super soft and I was really, really surprised. So you might really like the shampoo and conditioner.
I'm scrolling through a bunch of notes too, because there was a story that I wanted to share, but I'm not going to try and share it until I find it. So if you wanted to keep talking, Sierra.
Sierra, how did you use the bar soap? Because I've never used one as a shampoo.
Okay, so the first time I used it, I also had never used a bar shampoo, so I did not know what I was doing.
Right.
So I wet my hair completely, and then I just took the bar in my hand and I literally was like rubbing it down my hair like this to get it on. And Ashlyn's like, "No, Mom, you just lather it up in your hands and then you put it on your hair." So you
kind
just
of like a bar of soap.
yeah, you just lather it up in your hands like a bar of soap and then
Okay.
put it on your hair. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so for those of you who were there, what was your favorite message from the speakers?
There were so many great messages.
In general, I just really like the way they focused on emotional and mental health.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was that one speaker. She was my favorite. I don't have my notes with me, but we kind of talked about it afterwards. But just the mental health, because that's my field of expertise, and I love that, and I love the awareness that's brought to it. And so
it was kind of a running theme. It was kind of a running theme. They even talked about it with the Metapower, in that it helps, very uplifting, and helps you through, you know, if you go from drinking 5 cups of coffee a day and eating donuts for breakfast to, all right, I'm making a change. It's really supportive of your mental health, because, you know, with the cravings and just, you know, lemon and grapefruit are uplifting, and peppermint too. And so it just helps. It's just like this recurring theme in everything. They really care about helping people in that way, not just physically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I did like too that, you know, part of healing is having faith. And the whole convention started out with Emily talking about faith. But talking about what it is that, well, she told us, she started out by saying, to write down the things that scare us. What are the things that scare you? And to remember to write at the end, a reminder to yourself that you are enough. And, to think about, to not consider like your failures as your identity, but to really focus more on the good things, especially the good things that you're doing. Consider how many lives you've blessed. And I just thought that was really good, because as we're using these oils and sharing them with other people, we are truly blessing the lives of others. And it seems so subtle, to us in the ways that we do it, that I don't know. I feel like for me, after that convention, I came away feeling just like it was so much more natural and easy for me to share with others. On the flight home, it was interesting, and I don't know why this happened, but both flights home, my husband and I, even though I booked these seats together like months and months ago, we were split up, and we were both sitting in middle seats. So I don't know why that happened. I can only guess that it happened because I had initially purchased our tickets through Priceline, and we flew Delta, and anyway, I don't know how it happened, but it was a blessing, because both flights I sat next to someone who needed something that I could share with them. The first flight, it was a young mother who had an 11-month-old baby, and this was a 3-hour and 40-minute flight. And so it was a long flight with a baby. And when I sat down at first, I was like, oh my goodness, 3 hours and 40 minutes with a baby right next to me. And then I thought, no, Heavenly Father, please help me bless somebody's life. And her baby was really doing well. I was impressed, but at one point he got really, really fussy, and you could tell he was tired because he stayed awake through the whole flight. And so I offered her some lavender, and she was so excited. And as soon as I put the lavender on him, he calmed down immediately. It was so cool. And I did talk to her a little bit about oils, and we did have to apply it about every 30 minutes for the last bit of the flight. He fell asleep 10 minutes before we landed.
Oh.
But I do feel like the oils really helped, and we got to talk, a lot. And so anyway, she gave me her phone number, and she wants me to send her information. So that was awesome. And then on the second flight, I sat by another, in between a man and a woman. But the woman sitting by the window had just come back from a pilgrimage, going to see all of the apparitions of Mother Mary. And she had just flew from Switzerland early that morning. So she was like super, super tired, and she was super sweet, and just, she was prepared to fall asleep, I think it was, but we only had like a 55-minute flight at that point, because she lives here near me. And we had the opportunity to talk about, some of the things that I learned at convention. And she did most of the talking, so I just did the listening. But she wound up inviting me to come and teach her and her friends about doTERRA. And I was just like, this is amazing. Like the energy must have been, coming off of me for these people to, be so open and want to know. And just, I feel like, God has a hand in putting us where we need to be when we're ready to be there. And so, and I really feel like, the convention is for everybody. You're going to walk away. Huh?
Where did she live?
In Navarre.
Oh, wow. That's so great.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, I just the messages that were presented at convention really just touched my heart so much. And the second talk was by this lady named Ashley D. Lalo. I can't say her name. She was a dancer, and she performed on a lot of different dance shows and stuff, but wound up having this this rare issue with her body, and I can't remember all the details of it, but she basically gave us 3 shifts.
First tell them the condition was so bad that it put her in the hospital, and she had to relearn how to walk again. And she was a professional dancer, very strong, athletic, super good health. And she went from that to being completely unable to sit up on her own.
Yeah. But she used her mind power, her brain power, and she called her brain her superpower to be able to overcome these things, because she thought she would never be able to walk, let alone, dance again. So she said, she talked about 3 shifts that we make to be able to heal. And the first thing that she said, and I didn't take really good notes on this, but I'm going to go back through some notes that I got from and rewatch the things so I can present it better. But she said, the brain always operates from a place of safety first. So what is familiar is what's safe, even if it's, not good for you. So she said, that's one of the shifts you have to make, is to realize that, the familiar is not always safe. Okay. So the second shift that she talked about was to stop saying the F word. And of course, that kind of got a lot of chuckles. Failure is that F word. So giving up or not starting means you've already failed. And failure is feedback. And I loved that because, we think of failure as, a horrible thing, but she's like, reminding us that failure is feedback. And it just helps us to be able to look for other solutions or try something new. And so I love that she said, if I can't find the information outside of me, I look within. Because the doctors were all telling her, that this is her lot, but in her mind, she knew what she wanted. She wanted to heal. And so she used her brain power to do that. So you are always in charge of the meaning you give to your challenges, was another thing that she said. Because we all have challenges. It's just a matter of how we are going to handle them. And then the shift 3, which is, again, the secret power of just unleashing your brain's power and ability. And she's, if you believe that you can't, you can't. And if you believe that you can. But our brain is always wired to seek evidence every day that validates your beliefs. And that's something that we learn in energy balancing as well. What we focus on is what we're going to see in life, because our brain is wired that way, from the programming of our lives.
Yeah. So if you tell yourself you're going to fail, then you're going to fail.
You're going to fail. Yeah. And if you're going to win and succeed, you're going to succeed. So she asked the question, what evidence is your brain looking for? And that really has stuck with me, because I want to look for evidence of success in my life, evidence of, being abundant or having abundance, or the evidence of having loved and being supported. It's that brain power. But anyway, I loved her talk. I loved all of them. Let's see. She did say that your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what has actually happened to you and what you imagine. And those things, so what we imagine, we could be creating memories that aren't really true, so anyway. All right. We need to have God dreams, is what she said too. God dreams. And I love that. So anyway, okay, that's mine. Anybody else?
No, that last part was like one of my favorites that she said was that the brain does not know the difference between like reality and then what our imagination memories or imaginated memories were. Yeah.
I remember
I-
something.
that.
Yeah, I remember something else she said, Sierra, and you looked right at me when she said that. She said, "There's something you are meant to do, and you know what it is. What it is to do.
Yeah.
So go and do." So yeah, Nora, you too. Yeah.
Another really great quote that I'm going to put on my mirror when I get home that she had was, I added to it a little bit. She said, speak in possibilities
Mhm.
and not limitations. But I changed it to speak in possibilities and positivities because we tend to be negative on ourselves way too often, and try honestly to talk ourselves out of amazing things by telling ourselves we're not capable of reaching it.
Mhm.
And so we need to consistently, and I think that's going to be the key, is to be consistent about speaking in possibilities and positivities
Mhm.
and not let ourselves limit our success.
Mhm. Yeah. So much good stuff.
I think at the end of convention, I was very impressed, I guess, or just understood the importance of the work of doTERRA with what Emily talked about with her mother, and her mother being so sick last year at convention time, and she had to make a choice between being at convention or going to be with her mother. And it's like her mother knew that what she was doing and what she was passing on to other people was so important that their relationship would be fine, but that the world needed her, and that what she had to share with everybody was so important that it was worth that for her. And I don't know, I can't remember if she saw her or not, or if she got like kind of just went down after that convention, because she said the last message she got from her mother that was coherent was right before convention.
Yeah.
They were
She
sick.
passed away 2 weeks after convention.
Yeah.
And
And so,
they weren't letting people in because of COVID. So
right.
yeah, and that was the last message.
And so I think, because you think about a company, like there was the movie The Pursuit, I believe is what it was called, and just about the co-op that they do with other countries and things like that, and the good that the company itself does. Like, it's more than just making money to them, and you could tell, and that was apparent
Mhm.
throughout the whole conference, and especially as she shared that story about her mom,
Mhm.
about the importance of the work they're trying to do in the world.
Yeah, I loved that too. That was so good.
I really loved the shift this year. I mean, we've always talked about health and wellness and that wellness lifestyle, giving us non-toxic ways to take care of our home and ourselves and everything. And I love the shift this year to healing.
Mhm.
And as soon as I saw that the convention was even called Heal, I'm like, did Emily read Jade's book? And it was so great because so many of the speakers shared like little portions that were like, oh my gosh, that's what Jade's taught us. Oh my goodness, that's exactly what we've learned, with this or that. It was really, really beautiful to see the shift to healing. And I think that's going, even though the convention name will change next year and be something different every year after, I really think that this one, the healing, is going to be carried with us from this point on. And I love that so many other doTERRA consultants or wellness advocates and everybody will be taking part of that.
Mhm.
There was a couple things in one of the messages that was directly geared toward the business. Cheryl, do you want me to share any of that?
I'm not, do we want
It
to
was-
end this call and then, or I guess we can blend it all together. What do you think?
It was just inspirational, but it was specifically toward a wellness advocate, not somebody
Yeah.
that's just a sell
Let's-
buyer.
Let's blend it all together.
Okay, so the three things that Emily told us that we really needed to focus on, which is what the company focuses on, is transparency, integrity, and truth. And I wrote those three things down as a reminder to me that every single time I talk to anyone I meet, to be very transparent, to make sure that, you know, I have integrity in what I'm saying, and that I'm always speaking the truth and not making promises or anything else that obviously, you know, can't be backed up. And then I love this one speaker said to us, do not focus on the achieve. She basically said, just stop, just don't even focus on, I need to achieve, I need it. So you're stressing yourself out. She said, enjoy the journey. And while you're on the journey, enjoy servicing others. And I thought that was beautiful. I thought that was so beautiful. It's very much like how we feel when we're servicing others, you know, in a spiritual way as well. So I just really love that. So don't focus on the achieve all the time. That will come when you're focusing on servicing others and just enjoying the journey along the way. And then she said to create your story so that you could share your story with, so if you haven't written your story or all the little things that different oils have helped you accomplish or change or do, I just shared one today about, oh yeah, back when I first started with doTERRA oils, just using them, I had this planter's wart on the front of one of my big toes. And I had that thing frozen off 3 different times professionally. And it always came back. And the one day I just happened to ask, you know, do y'all have anything that I can use for this? And somebody said, yeah, just take a toothpick, dip it in your oregano, put 1 drop on it and do that twice a day. And it was literally disappeared completely, not even a little scar or anything. And it's never come back. And that's been 3 years now. So, so even if it's a small little story like that, you know, share your story with people that you meet and enjoy the journey. And then the other 3 things that I wrote down were, and if you want me to speak slower so y'all can write these down or repeat them, just let me know. Don't take things personally. If you have been talking with a friend and sharing your stories and whatever, and they're like, yeah, I'm just not interested, or yeah, I don't want to spend that much money, or I don't want to take that many supplements, or whatever their reason be, don't be offended. Don't take it personally. And I underline that because that was talking straight to me. I need to not be attached to their answer, you know, and expect that their answer will be what my answer was. My answer was, yes, I care for my body. I want to care for my body more. I want a healthier, happy life. So yes, I'm going to do whatever it is I can do to make a difference to make my body healthier. That's not always everybody's choice. And so don't take it personally. Don't be attached. The second one was let go of the need to control the outcome. So that kind of goes hand in hand with what I was just explaining, because like everybody has expectations, you know, you do. When you ask somebody a question or whatever, you're hoping that they say one thing or another. And we need to let go of trying to control the outcome and just let come what may. The third thing was, believing that once you hit a certain goal, like once I hit silver, well, then the work is done. You know, I've gotten that far and everything will fall into place after that. Your work needs to continue. You should enjoy the work that you're doing And it honestly, if you're enjoying the journey, then it won't feel like work. You'll have excitement. And then there was another talk that went into how to prevent burnout, which I won't go into, but basically let go of the belief that, oh, once I reach this goal, I'm done. The work is done. You'll want to continue to strive to succeed higher goals than you think are possible. And then I wrote this down. Often unrealistic expectations open up or cause us to have more suffering. So if you have unrealistic expectations and you dwell on those expectations not being met, then you're going to cause yourself more suffering. So set realistic goals and take baby steps one at a time to get to where your ultimate goal, where you want to be. So that's all.
Good. Thank you, Sarah. And that's a great way to kind of end the recording. Maybe we can chat for a minute after. Ben, do you want to stop the recording?
Yeah, great discussion, everybody.
Thank you.
Well,